What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I am your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And today we have both of the Couch Boys.
What up?
David Peralta and Victor Castillo.
What's up, guys? Couch Boys in the house.
And now let's introduce our guest this week. We have Ivan Rios in the studio.
Hey, nice to meet you.
What's up, guys? How you doing, dude?
Good. Surviving. That's pretty much what we can do right now.
In the state of the world we're in, yes, that's all we can do, man.
I wanted to mention something. Ivan is a friend of ours from high school, Nogales High School. We go back from class of 2009. So shout out.
Thank you. Yeah.
Shout out to that. And you have a twin brother?
Yeah, he's a twin. He works full time. He got his bachelor's in philosophy.
Ooh, nice. Okay. First question I usually ask everybody is, what city are you repping?
La Puente.
La Puente? Okay. Was that where you're born and raised?
I was born in Whittier.
Oh,
and
sick.
I lived. My parents lived in Los Angeles, during the LA riots. So then they moved out to La Puente. They didn't want that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, that was a scary time. Yeah. All right. And how did you start skating?
Thinking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and all of the music associated with it, I really felt like skating brought a type of freedom to me. And then seeing that a lot of friends from high school would skate, I really became really passionate about it.
Yeah, that's cool. So you saw the game first?
Yeah, I saw the game, and then I saw other people skating, and I wanted to learn how to ollie. I mean, who doesn't want to know how to do a trick on a skateboard?
That's true. That's usually the first thing, because when you're for me as a kid riding around the streets, and I didn't want to have to pick up my board to get up the curb, so I'm like, I gotta learn to ollie.
Right, that feels really cool.
So when you were in high school, so you were about 14, 13 when you picked up the skateboard, around that age?
Yeah.
Teenager?
Yeah, teenager, and I skated all the way through community college, and I kind of stopped around my upper division, so my bachelor's, because I was just driving a lot more. I didn't really need my skateboard, and that's initially why I started skating, is because it really got me places faster.
Okay. Started with transportation.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, how did you get the board? Was it gifted to you, or?
My mom actually bought it for me. I was I really wanted a girl deck. But they were pretty expensive, and my mom gifted it to me. So shout out to my mom. Moms are really cool.
Dude, shout out to your first sponsor.
Yeah.
Dude, amazing.
Shout out to mom. Was that a birthday present or a Christmas present, or?
I think it was just I wanted it now type of thing. So I don't think it was a birthday or anything. And I started skating, and I figured out how to ollie. That's really all you need to know before you know any other trick, is that ollie.
That's the foundation, man. Yes, sir. Dude, and when she got you that board, was it the complete, or did you have to put it together?
No, it was a complete.
Complete?
Yeah. So I ordered it off of
was that CCS?
A catalog.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it was really, really cool for my mom to do that. And it also allowed me to start skating. But I think if I had built it myself the first time, I think that would have been a completely different experience.
Maybe. We've had people say they put the trucks on backwards. You know what I mean? So it's that's not going to work.
I have something to mention with when I was first learning how to put grip tape, I was struggling to put the grip tape. So I was taking it off, messing up the sides. And then the chick at Zoomies was just watching me. She's like, "You need help with that?" Dude, she did it for me. And after that, I was like, I got to learn how to put grip tape myself.
That's one thing I never learned how to do. I knew how to loosen the trucks and maybe change them. But the grip tape always, I was like, how do I do this? So
yeah, once it's gripped, though, I never really changed a grip board already. But, I mean, gripping a board, yeah, I remember having to learn to do that. It was a scary process, but you just got to go for it. And that's how you learn. You make the mistake and
Right.
you figure out if you got an air bubble. Okay, what did I do wrong? You know, I didn't lay it out right.
You gotta embrace the air bubbles.
You know what I mean?
Or hit it with the razor after.
Yep. Pop a little hole in it, get the air out.
And another thing about grip tape nowadays, like you can make your own style, your own design, cut it in pieces. There's like grip tapes that come in pieces, different colors, so you could customize it however you like.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I trip out on how people got real technical with it. Like I see people just rip it in pieces and then they put it together like that. You're like, okay. Or they'll, like you said, they'll cut it in different ways, but they'll use the edges that are already straight. And then they're like, boom.
That's part of the art.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had a guest, shout out Hefty Cole, and shout out Victor Garcia. They actually blew up making videos of grip tape designs and stuff, and
gripping boards.
Gripping skateboards. Yeah, videos like that. Shout out to them. So it's awesome. Yeah, man. But there's so many things you could do with your skateboard, you know, like putting razors or putting like the kind of bearings, the wheels. It depends on what you like skating. So what made you want to pick a girl board? Was that your favorite brand?
At the time it was, and I liked seeing the videos, the skateboarding videos from them. I was always very like kind of a feminine man, so I kind of geared towards that. But I also liked what was the other one that had like those hot anime chicks?
Hookups.
Hookups.
I also liked hookups, but I didn't like to skate hookups. I like to skate girl. I think it was just the 8-inch board just made me feel like this is the right size of a board for me for the flips or
okay. The hookups, yeah, it might have been a different shape for sure. Yeah, they're a little bit wider, I think. But yeah, they're a little promiscuous, right? Those hookup sports. Yeah, you probably just like me. I bought one, and now it's a Chung Lee one.
Well, okay.
So it's a wall hanger, you know. But how amazing, dude! Were there kids in the neighborhood that skated as well, or just people in high school?
Yeah, actually, the Couch Boys. I used to, grow up skating with them, and Bumtown was a big part of that culture. I even appeared. It was just a small cameo, but I was in that video.
Which one?
It was
The Spare Change.
Yeah, Spare Change.
Shout out to Bumtown.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed doing a lot of street skating. I wasn't very good with vert, like the half pipes and stuff. I don't know why it scared me. Going down pipes, like it's a different type of style of skating.
It's a different balance and everything. Yeah.
What was your style like? Were you a street skater or a vert skater freestyle? Because you say you love doing bonuses.
Yeah, I love doing bonuses, so I was very street. I like 4 to 6 stairs, stuff like that. My favorite trick, it was either a double flip or a sex change heel flip, which I call it was a disco flip.
Right.
Yeah, well, those are my favorite tricks.
Nice.
Damn.
Those are good tricks.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when growing up, just seeing you and your brother around all the time skating.
Your brother skated as well?
He did. He wasn't that good with the tricks, but he was good with the riding.
Yeah.
I took a little bit more of a gamble with the tricks, and yeah, you get hurt because that's part of the skating. Then you know how not to do it. But it takes a lot of practice.
Takes a lot of practice. Even when you know how to do the trick, sometimes it doesn't come as easy for everybody. Like me, I've been doing a heel flip every day, and sometimes it's a struggle. You're like, by now I thought I'd be like knocking them out like nothing.
First go, but
nah, I gotta warm up for 20 minutes. I was like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is scary, man. Though. So did your brother stop skating because did he get hurt or anything?
He got hurt. Yeah,
Okay.
he got hurt, so he stopped skating.
It can happen.
It was like a really big hill. He told me the story.
Oh wow,
He bombed the hill.
Damn, that's not a good one to get hurt on.
For me, my injury was an ankle injury. It just kind of like did a bad heel flip or something, and I just landed on it. And after a while, I was out.
Okay. All right. Are you goofy or are you regular?
I'm regular.
Regular?
Yeah.
All right. Hanging out with the Bumtown guys. Did you get a lot of skating in with them? Like,
I did. I used to look up to Chris. He was a pretty good skater. And I just remember feeling really welcomed at the basketball courts.
And that's where you guys used to skate, right? By Nogales, the basketball courts, and you guys had like the little Bumptown skate park
Yeah, the Hometown Skate Park.
before they tore it down.
Yeah.
What was it, like a DIY type of deal?
Yeah.
Well, that started with me and Brooks building a ledge there, because Brooks lived in the same apartment as Chris and Jason, and then I think you know BJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, BJ donated us his quarter pipe, and then next thing you know, we just started taking junk there and building stuff.
I had a question. How did you first meet Bumptown? Like, how did you approach them, or did they approach you, or how did you guys start skating together?
We went to high school together. Chris was actually kind of like a bully to me, if I'm gonna be honest. And I think we used to date the same chick in high school, and he just didn't like me. Yeah, but just I think one day it was either at some kind of get together or kickback or something, and I think we just let bygones be bygones, and he was really cool. Okay. And we started playing. Him and BJ played Smash Brothers 64 because they're really good, and yeah, they like playing against me and my brother. So
okay.
Then I started really kind of skating with them and being, but it was back to high school. High school is interesting. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would see you guys during lunch because like we had our own little squad, and you guys had like your own little squad, like with Manny and like Frankincense and Bumptown, and then we were like the other dudes over here in front of the gym steps. But I remember seeing you guys. I wouldn't skate with you guys, but I knew of you guys. And then towards senior year, that's when I started hanging out with you guys. I had you for PE class.
Yeah, we had PE together. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for freshman year, I remember. Shout out to that.
Dang. All right. Was there a local spot that you guys go to?
I like going.
You said the basketball courts, right?
That was with Bumptown. But when I would go watch Victor skate in that back area by the hills, it was off of La Seda.
The stairs.
The stairs.
The dead end squad.
The dead end, yeah. So I would go and watch you guys skate and try my best. But again, I was really scared to like grind or board slide. I was like,
I think that was what, like Spanky, Jesse, Saul, Mouse.
Those guys were good too, bro.
Yeah.
They were like in a different level.
Yeah.
So like in our time, yeah, those guys were like the dudes. There was different like circles, how you said, you know.
And that's where I enjoyed skate. Yeah, I wasn't as good as them, but that's where I would learn through observation.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we're not all the best skater out there, but we have the love and the passion for it. You know what I mean? Like that's everything, and you learn so many life lessons through it too. So
I had a question. What would your mom think about you like skateboarding?
She didn't like it. She didn't like it at all. There was one time where she thought I actually died because I was skating in front of the house, and long story short, I fell down. I had really long hair, probably longer than this, and the car that was speeding actually ran over my hair. Just missed me. My mom like screamed. She's like, he's dead. I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. So yeah,
that's a scary moment.
Yeah.
You said you hit a pebble?
I must have been like just trying to do a flip, and I just fell backwards. Like I just didn't land it right. I was skating in the street, and the guy just came by way too fast to even notice me. Yeah,
it's lucky. It's scary, man. Yeah, I get nervous putting my phone in the middle of the street because a car might run it over because you want that street clip. Trying to fake everybody out like I just did a heel flip in the streets. It's just right here.
Did you ever skate with like Richard Maldonado and Kylie?
Yeah.
They were all part of Bumptown too, huh?
Yeah, they were. I used to skate with Richard and Kylie, but my mom did not like it. My mom did not like me skating because she associated it with vandalism. Mm-hmm. She associated with like people doing drugs or graffiti.
Was it around the time when a lot of Baker was out and stuff like that?
Yeah. So unfortunately, my mom couldn't stop me, right?
Right.
So I kept skating.
But you weren't into all the vandalism, right?
No, I didn't do any graffiti. I didn't vandalize. I mean, the only thing I vandalized was like the sidewalk with some wax. I tried to grind. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was about it.
I think you guys were more so in our big area of group of skaters, there was like the graffiti skaters, the skaters. They were more like the music skaters, like
Yeah.
They were our homies that were in bands, and we would always go every year to support them at Pumpkin Fest.
Yeah. Pumpkin Fest is cool.
So you're in a band? You were in a band?
Wasn't a band. The time that they're talking about Pumpkin Fest was a band called Officer Problem. It was me and my cousin, and then it was Richard Maldonado was a bassist at one time, and so was some members from Los Alamos. But that was a long time ago. And then I did a duo with me and my brother, and the drummer that I had was Miguel from Los Alamos, but that didn't work out. But yeah, I play in those two bands, and now I just play as the solo Professor Void.
Professor Void. All right.
How did you get that name?
I went from the Zeitgeist, which means time ghost in German, and that doesn't really mean anything. There's like no particular symbol or thing, right? It's a time ghost. Like, what is that? So, I got the criticisms, and I was like, okay, I'm a professor. Well, what type of professor? And I was like a professor of nothing, really. So I went with Professor Void. Yeah, I do teach English, though, and critical thinking.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It's a badass name, though, for like your solo group, Professor Void.
Yeah, thank
Sounds
you.
like a superhero.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
What instrument do you play?
Acoustic guitar.
Acoustic guitar?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Drums.
Drums? Okay.
Yeah, I remember always seeing you like transition through different instruments. I was like, that's dope to be multi-talented like that.
Yeah.
And then for the second group, once it didn't work out with Miguel, I played drums and sang at the same time, and that looked crazy if you saw one of those shows.
That's good. You're
Do you
using...
ever have... My bad. Do you ever have videos of you guys playing? Or...
Yeah, I think they exist somewhere in the void of YouTube. We had one music video, but I think my brother has unpublished that. But yeah, I think there has to be something out there.
I mean, with all the people that went to those shows, I wouldn't doubt if there's like multiple videos out there.
Well,
Pumpkin Fest was big.
yeah.
It was like the Coachella of the SGV.
The SGV.
Was it like your guys' own personal kind of festival, or was it like an actual festival that someone...
Good personal.
It was personal, yeah, because it was at Richard's dad's house, house, and they promoted it like way ahead of time.
Sick.
And had local bands to play.
Imagine almost the size of your backyard, just fully crowded of kids and mosh pitting, and
they destroyed the grass one time in the tree or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
People falling out of trees, people, mainly Joey falling out of a tree, or jumping off the roofs and stuff.
So I wanted to ask, how did you get into music?
Well, my parents wanted me to play clarinet growing up, but I didn't like it. And then once I started listening to like a lot of punk rock in high school, my cousin was like, hey, let's start a band. Actually, before that, it was with Richard and Robert and I guess Roberto. That's what he's...
Roberto?
Yeah, Roberto. And we played in high school. Yeah, and I started playing drums. And then when I played with my cousin, the punk rock sound started to get a little bit more serious. But yeah, I self-taught drums.
That's dope.
So did skateboarding come before music? Or
Around the same time.
Around the same time. It kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand.
It does go hand in hand.
Kind of like Prof said, the music skater
Yeah.
punk guy.
Yeah, like you guys were like that group, because I know Marley was big into like producing music.
Yeah.
So like they would all like, it was like a group within a group within a group of skaters that did different things.
Yeah. Dude, that's rad, man. Sounds fun. And your parents, did they play any instruments? Is that why? No?
My mom used to sing. Growing up, she used to just sing a lot in the kitchen. She was kind of like a stay-at-home mom.
Sometimes those talents get passed along, you know? When there's somebody that's got some kind of talent in the family, you know, they just, I play piano. I just self-taught, you know, you're like, damn. Nice.
So how many bands in total did you end up playing in?
Well, 3 technically. The one with Robert was like Epidemic Outbreak, but Epidemic and Outbreak meant the same thing. I thought it was really funny.
So it was the same band, different name,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Sounds like a Robert O thing.
Yeah.
I miss that guy. I haven't seen him since Vegas.
And now you say you're just on your own now, making your own music.
Yeah, just making my own stuff. There was this company wanted to like charge me, like, what was it, like $2,500, and they wanted me to. They worked with Universal Music, but I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? It's like a huge upfront cost to work with these people
to use their studio and all that.
Something like that. They would help me with like ticket sales and all this stuff, but I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of still trying to like move my career forward. I'm trying to join like the union, the faculty association. I'm actually in an election right now, so hopefully I win that. So music and skating like kind of became some.
Dude, that's rad, man.
An election? What kind of election?
For the union, so it's I'm gonna represent like part-time faculty. So those are people who don't work full-time. You know, we don't get paid the same as full-time people, so we're trying to fight for those types of rights. I mean, I'm not saying I don't get paid well as a college instructor, but it's not exactly the same.
Right. Just want to be what's fair.
Is that like tenure?
Right, tenured folk get all the benefits and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not tenured. Damn it.
Isn't it like you have to put like 10 years in, and you get that or something like that?
Yeah, I'm 7 years in.
You're almost there.
You're almost there. That'll be here in no time, dude. Time flies, man. Time does fly.
I was just tripping out because I just found out I was at my job for 9 years already. I was like, that flew by.
That's a chunk of experience. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, you look at it and you're like, it didn't feel like 9 years. It felt like just yesterday I started.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Time
flies, dude.
That's the cool thing about skating is that it's all timing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, that about skateboarding, that shooting videos, photos, and all that stays as memories, you know? Like what we're doing skateboarding. Like this episode is gonna be memory, and the next week or tomorrow, you know, when it drops. And it's crazy because it's just video that we like doing, you know?
It's
stuff like that.
Yeah, it's representing one piece of the skating culture and in our piece of Southern California, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like you said, that timing is everything, man. Like when we do our tricks, man, everything has to align so perfectly for you to roll away with that trick. And same thing with life, man. If you get that opportunity, you better jump on that.
Yeah.
You know?
It even goes with music, you know, because keeping rhythm and timing with the rest of the band.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something we all learned through skating, and that's why you guys were sick ass musicians.
It was even talking about photography. I mean, you got to know when to click that button too.
Right. And the light of the day.
That's important to me nowadays, like, because I want to get those clips to look good. So I'm like, I know the camera's going to be best right here, but what obstacle is lit up for this angle, you know? So you got to try to pick your battles. Yeah, it's pretty rad.
I want to take it back to the skating. Like, were you skating after high school, or did you go straight to college?
No, I skated after high school. I skated all the way through community college. I wasn't doing good in my classes, right? Because music and skateboarding were more important up until I transferred to Cal Poly. And like, again, everything just kind of like flipped on me. Like school became more important. But I skated all the way through community college. So we're 2009. I skated till like 2015, I think. So.
Sick. All right. Now, when you got your stuff, did you have a local skate shop?
What was it? Concrete Jungle? Was this shop back?
Yeah, the one in the mall.
The one in the mall. That's not a mall anymore, right? Yeah. That was the shop.
That was the shop. That was the place.
Is it the one in Put the Hills?
Yeah.
Put the Hills Mall.
That's for being so empty all the time. That shop thrives somehow.
Concrete Jungle?
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching a video of like this old ledge on Thrasher, and they're talking about San Francisco spots, and they talk about a shop called Concrete Jungle. I don't know if it comes out from the shop out there, you know, but it's not around no more, I guess, in the mall. So they had one in West Covina and one in Put the Hills.
Well, once Zumi came out, they kind of like shut them down. Everyone was going to Zoomies more.
And Borders. Borders
Actors.
more like a skate shop than
What's
Zoomies, I
Active?
feel.
Active too. Well, that was for the West Covina side. Like the LP side, the only other shop we had was Zoomies and Concrete Jungle.
Right.
So that was your shop, Concrete Jungle? Any other shops besides that one?
No. I was very niche, like, yeah.
And what is your board setup?
The 8-inch board. Man, I'm trying to remember the name of those trucks. Were the Royal trucks?
For everybody out there, it's been a minute since you've been skating. Man, the bearings that went really fast.
The $15 bearings.
Yeah, the
Reds.
The Reds, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, for the wheels, anything that looked good that wasn't like cheap, because you wanted good wheels.
You had a particular size you like?
Not that I remember specific size. I just remember that my board had to be an 8-inch board for the flips. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It helped me the most. Yeah, so all those questions, yeah, I'm sorry I don't have an answer to that.
It's all good, man.
Do you still like stay like connected with the skate scene, like even though you don't skate anymore, or like like on Instagram you watch videos?
I watch, I really watch Victor, Brooks, and a lot of the skaters that I grew up with. I still try to but we're not that connected, you know.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm in a different world, but I admire you guys all the time, you know, and I really want to see skating at a college level here in the United States. I think that would be super rad, because I think other countries are already doing it.
Yeah.
Right. Adding that as a curriculum to the college. That'd be amazing, man.
Instead of taking PE, you could do a skate class.
I've heard rumors that some schools in LA are already starting programs like that and stuff like that help you get towards like college credits and all that.
I think they have shout out George Wang. He talked about in his episode that he had an after school program where he would teach kids to help them out and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, volunteering is a good step, but like I'm envisioning like seeing like a skate park at the college, you know, that people would go and skate.
Well, I mean, the colleges usually skate park themselves.
Yeah.
Until you get kicked out.
Till you get kicked out, yeah. But it would be cool to have a spot there where you don't get kicked out.
Right.
And then it would be embedded in that culture.
They would just be like, okay, let's go warm up at the college park, and then we'll go hit the 17 stair on the way out. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I know Cal Poly has a skate club. You know how like there's the clubs in college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we met some dude that he has his own, he's the president.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then it's part of they do events there. They throw game of skates and battle at the barracks.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, they have their own club, man. That's amazing.
So I have a question. How would you get that program to your school? Like, how would you make, let's say, skateboarding into a course instead of PE?
It would have to be a proposal. You would have to talk to the board, and you would have to say, hey, I want to make this a legitimate curriculum here. This is what they would learn. They would learn how to ollie. They would learn how to balance on the board. I mean, before you ollie, you got to learn how to ride. And then you would... It depends if it's a credited course or uncredited course, but you would want it to have credit, right? Mm-hmm. And then you would have to, and then what department would probably be kinesiology, right, or some type of.
Yeah.
But you got to go through all those steps and processes before, because riding a motorcycle, learning how to ride a motorcycle is a class. Why can't skateboarding be a class?
Wow,
100%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you see them at Mount Sac on Saturdays when we're driving on the side. You see them taking their class in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, if you do all the work already where you put together the whole curriculum, where they don't have to do all the work. If you just go in there and say, hey, we need a skate program, they're like, okay, show us how this is going to be done.
And you also want the community to show up.
To show up as well.
Right. There has to be interest, and they need to back it up, correct. Because if it's one person and it's just an idea, and then you have the classes and then no one signs up for them, they're going to be scrap. Yeah, you need the demand. I think the demand is out there, though, for these kids that want, and then have scholarships.
So I could be a professor of skateboarding.
Correct.
Exactly. And it may have more kids going to college. You know what I mean?
stay more on the path, more focused. But
That's
everybody chooses their path. Yeah.
Even like a way for them to guide it to get into like the Olympics would be cool, because you know, like swimmers and soccer players in college are the ones that get drafted to the Olympics. That'd be a good way to.
That's exactly what I was saying. They can start from there. You know, they'd have that already as a credit, like you said, on their like resume if they're going to the Olympics. They're like, here's what I represent. I went to college here for this, and you're like, wait, what? Okay.
I wanted to mention something. So there's this a friend of mine who's a little bit younger. I met him through skateboarding. I met him and his mom. He's probably like 11 or 10 or maybe a little bit older, maybe 12. Sora, shout out. I see him on his Instagram every morning at the skate park before school, practicing, and I ran into him at Coachella Am. This guy places higher than me, you know, and just all that training, that commitment, the discipline of waking up and just having fun, you know, it's like, dude, it's taking him places. You imagine, like, if he continues, he's gonna be up there at the time he's my age, you know. So I could help out students like that.
And having fun is kind of where it's at. If you're having fun and doing it, kind of like that ice skater. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on her name. Leisha Liu.
Oh,
yeah, right.
My wife.
Yeah, your wife, right? Like that joy that came from her performance. Like we can probably see that in skating too.
100%.
I think with that you kind of have to do it like on the level where she did it, where she's like, I left it because it was so like
she did leave
because she, you know, so like they were getting on her and she came back on her own terms, where it's like, I'm doing it because I want to have fun with it.
I think right, like maybe like China and Japan, that's might be where it's becoming too much of a discipline and not they're not having fun.
I know it was in the beginning. I'm not sure how it is now, but from what I've heard, the stories, you know, it was pretty like, you know, demanding for them to be on their skateboards at certain times, and because they want to bring home a medal, I'm sure. But now we're seeing kids that actually got style, and they got, you know, they're actually look like they grew up embedded in skating instead of like it thrown onto them.
I think after a while, you fall back into where you start doing it for the love and not the reward, the benefits that come with it. Because I think that's why we all started skating, you know. It's like, it was fun. And it was fun and hanging out with your friends, you know, and just bullshitting with each other.
And learning from one another.
Yeah.
Because it's not really about being a better skater than other people. It's about having that culture and that cohort is what we would call it.
Yeah.
Like I think the one thing missing right now from skate culture is long format videos. Because you know how we'd all get together, all like, oh, so-and-so just got the new Baker video. Let's all go to his house after school and watch it together. And you know, like a group of us just sitting there like, oh, getting hyped over like the skating and then talking about like the socializing of it. I feel like that's what's missing in skating more now than anything.
I had a question. I wanted to bring it back to bringing it to the course too. You said Cal Poly or Mount Sac? Like you wanted to have skating on there? You wanted to help out to bring the program there?
Yeah, I would totally help out if we could make that happen. But to send our athletes, local skaters, to the Olympics, I think that would be cool. But they don't have that yet. Right? Cal Poly, Mount Sac doesn't have it yet.
Or even like schools competing against each other. Like,
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I think there are a few colleges that have the skate clubs, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they may have those little competitions. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, but it's not mainstream yet in that way.
Right. But, I mean, if they can add, like I said, a curriculum to that, because some of these skaters out there that are professionals have to have real jobs, right? Now, if they go to college and all of a sudden they learn the business side of it as well, you know, so they can know how to read a contract, you know, so if they start becoming professionals, they'll already know what to do. They don't have to hire a lawyer, you know what I mean? They could benefit themselves that way as well if they could offer those kind of, you know, incentives as well, you know.
And I see that happen too. It's happened to professionals already, where they get screwed over by their brands or the companies, and they, you know, they start putting a lawsuit, the skater, on the brand, because, you know, they're taking all the money or whatever, you know. But maybe because the skater didn't know what he was getting himself into before he signed the contract.
You gotta read those contracts, right? And critically analyze, like, hey, what, to what degree am I benefiting from this, and to what degree or is that sponsor benefiting?
Right. Right, because a lot of times, you may think you're getting ripped off, but you're the one that signed that thing, and it stated in there what they got, so you got to be really careful. There's been times where some people change things. I've heard like where he's like, oh, no, this is not good. You got to have them, if they drop you, they still got to pay you, like have that in there, and then boom.
Like a severance package almost?
Something like that, yeah. So, like, because they'll cut you off a lot of times and you'll get nothing. So you got to be careful.
Or even like some companies will keep using your name or your likeness after you're kicked off.
Well, that's if they own your name.
Well, it's kind of like how supposedly Stefan Janowski sold his name to Nike, and now that shoe will forever be known as the Janowski.
Wow.
We had a guest on the show, very popular skater, professional, and there was this big brand that really wanted him to come out to the demos and stuff, but the skater wasn't getting what he wanted, part of the contract, so he's like, why should I go to these events when, because his name was big name, big face, so they were trying to kind of use him, but he wasn't getting paid what he wanted or the contract, so he didn't show up. Next thing you know, they just kicked him off,
So education plus skater equals, good awareness on what you do deserve.
Right. I mean, it helps definitely. You know what I mean?
Because some of these skaters are talented, but they're not educated. Because all we know is skateboarding. So maybe if we do get that into school, we'll get educated.
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, that's if they take those courses. Like if they learn that process, that part of it, because it's not gonna if you're too busy skating in the morning all the way to night and not taking your time to learn those things, and then yeah. But if you have like a class to go to where you're like, okay, from 10 to this I'm learning this, and then from this I'm going to the skate park that they have here.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have all those bungee cords where you can strap up and you don't even hit the ground.
This class could be like, teaching you about the mind, the body, and then like just get balance. All this could be so much beneficial.
There's a lot of potential.
I mean, imagine they already have a facility there for like physical therapy. I'm sure for other athletes. So add one to that too as well. And then there's another process where you could probably get through where you could learn to be a physical therapist for a skateboarder.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's so many avenues.
That way. Yeah,
so many avenues you can learn to go to photography. You can learn to go to all different avenues.
Opportunities. So many fields.
Yep.
Like for example, music. How you said videography, photography. Being I was talking to one of my friends. He wants to be like an agent, He's like, oh, you guys need a model, I got one for you. Oh, you need a skater, I got one for you. Like one of those dudes that sets people up. So stuff like that, like an agent and stuff. So many things.
Cool.
Like me, after I can't start skateboarding, I want to be like a mentor, like a instructor, or also like a substance abuse counselor. So many things, that skateboarding had put me across, So opportunities.
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And what are you up to now? You said you're not really skating right now.
No, I'm teaching my 5-year-old girl how to skate, and I know that my 3-year-old wants to skate, but she's still a little too little. Like I think they kind of write it on top, but right. my 5-year-old is kind of doing the kicking. But I'm just a part-time college professor. Just surviving. I'm trying my best to give back to the La Puente community. I stay out in Riverside right now, but I do think about, because I teach at Mount Sac, that's the backyard's like La Puente right there. So I'm just trying my best to give back to the community as best as I can.
That's amazing, dude. I mean, to go from, because look at your mom thought skateboarding was for like vandalism and all that, right. And now you're a professor in a college, so she got to be proud of that part, right? Yeah,
and I like that you put it that way, because we got to demystify skateboarding as just a thing for vandals to do.
I think it's going that direction nowadays. Ever since it kind of came into the Olympics, it's kind of been, not as, because there's soccer moms now that take their kids to the skate park.
Yeah.
So once that happened, we know that's already like, it was not cool no more.
It's like it went from that punk rock rebel thing in the 80s and the 90s to now where it's just like going to soccer practice.
Well, I started getting a little fresh and then hash and then started getting a little now everybody's kind of doing their own thing, which is cool. I like that everybody's like their own individual.
Yeah, and that means that moms are now okay to bringing their kids to a skate park, right? Like my mom freaked out, she's like, "Oh no, you're gonna do all these bad things." No, like it gave me really cool culture to meet a lot of cool people in my life. Mm-hmm. And again, when I see a skater come into my class, I'm like, "You gotta pass my class, man!" Like I'm really trying to help you out here.
Yeah.
So how do you see that when you're like in front of your class and then you see your students? Like, how do you talk to your students?
With respect, mutual respect. I know there's teachers out there, whether in high school and college, that they have like this persona that is, or they feel that they're better than other people because they have a college degree, but the paper doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. It really doesn't. So I always, that's why I don't forget. I talk with them with mutual respect. Absolutely. Right.
Yeah, you can't go in there with like, just because you're like, oh, I'm the teacher, you show me, like I'm the boss type of, energy. No one's going to like that. Yeah.
Nah, I'm here to serve them in a way. People forget that. And even, all I say about politics is that they're there to serve the public.
It should be.
Yeah, exactly. It should be, but that's a different conversation.
Oh, yeah.
When you see someone failing your class, how do you approach him or like give them
that's a good question. Yeah, I show them the work that they've done and I remind them that they earned their grade. I don't see my students as A students or C students or F students. I see them as a person who's capable of grasping English grammar, sentence structure, thesis development, and all of those fancy terms. And I remind them, like, how much time are you actually spending, reading or writing your assignments? Because skating, right, you wake up and you got to do it and you have to skate or else you get rusty. Mm-hmm. or you kind of lose that feel. And I tell my students it's the same way. You're leveling up in my class by doing the work. If you get the chat GPT to do it, you got to level infinity thing, it's not going to learn anymore. But you're going to stay level 1. Same thing we can do with skaters, right? Like, what level are you? Ollie. Can you flip? Can you grind? So I approach them like that. I'm like, hey, right now you're kind of at this level, and look at all the assignments that you have or have not done. This is why you're earning this grade. Like, it's up to you whether you want to stay in this class or not. That's how I approach it.
I just realized I'm a B student in skateboarding.
No, but I don't. Yeah, I don't see grades. It's funny because like I tried to create new curriculum where it's like A for awesome or P for par instead of like a C, or like N for needs improvement instead of an F. I think like even using those terms, students will be like, oh, failure isn't such a bad thing. Right. Like I just need improvement.
Right. And the way that you. Like if you talk to a skater the way you put it together, like how you said, like here's the level that you're at, you know what I mean? I think a skater could grasp that, but like a normal person would be like, but the way you put it into the terms, like, hey, you need more improvement. Like I can hear the word fail. I guess not. How do I say this? Because we don't always land the trick on the first try, so we're gonna keep going.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not really a fail because we haven't just done it yet.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yet.
So it's like it's like that when you're learning a new curriculum or whatever. You might be bad at it at first, but that's because you haven't gotten there yet. You know what I mean? You gotta, like you said, you gotta put in the work.
Gotta level up. That's what I tell my students. You gotta level up.
So when you, my bad, go for it.
I was like, you can even learn from your failures too. Like, say you write a bad essay. Well, I go back to that essay and think of the things that you could have fixed or done better when writing that essay.
Especially when you have feedback from your peers or your instructor, right? Then you're like, okay, these are the specific places where I can improve.
Because that just happened with me with starting a YouTube channel. And I put it out there. One of my buddies, can I give you some advice on what to do better? I was like, yeah, shoot it, dude. Like, anything helps. So I know what to, like, work on every video I start putting out.
Absolutely. Peer feedback.
So I have a question. When you see the students, the ones that are, like, really want to do good, and the students that, like, are not doing so good and that are failing, Like, is there no other option but to drop them? Or what do you do when they're having, like, they don't even care?
I offer enough extra credit. You know, I go to events on campus, do go to tutoring, because the idea that I really try to instill in them is this idea of social capital. Social capital is how you, you got to have friends and acquaintances, and they're different. And then you got to have peers at that level, like you're saying, like your skater peers or your scholar peers. Without that, it's really hard. So for those students that are like doing well in the class, it's because they have that social capital. They probably had tutors growing up. They probably had a home where they had a library. Mm-hmm. Some student people don't even have that. They don't have a home. Their family has like a library. So what are they supposed to think? You know, they're struggling because they didn't have that growing up.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah.
I try to approach it with as much empathy as possible.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool that you offer them the extra credit and stuff like that, because that can go a long way if someone really is trying. You know what I mean? And they're just not getting it.
I've always been a C student. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. And I tell the joke I have a master's and I don't even know how to spell, so don't even feel that bad.
Yeah.
I like how you said that, like, that paper is just a paper, doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, it means educated, but in reality, what really means who you are, the character, the person you are inside, how you treat others, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's people that get PhDs and they don't remember what they learned. They just have the piece of paper.
Or where they come from.
Yeah, where they come from,
that's what they're saying, that all the people that are passing their tests nowadays are using the chat GPT. And they're like, what's going to happen with all these doctors nowadays? They're not going to know how to fix you.
They never leveled up.
I've been
in some disagreements with people who've gone to college and acquired degrees, and I'm like, just because you have a piece of paper doesn't mean you're smart.
Right.
Smart is an accumulation of multiple things. You know, you have to have book smart, street smart, and I think
common sense.
Yeah, the biggest thing to make someone smart is having common sense.
Mm-hmm.
I love that because common sense isn't so common. Yeah,
right. Isn't it crazy out there? Isn't it crazy out there?
Like, just looking at people driving their cars, man. Like, come on.
I was thinking the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's.
Trust me, working on the freeways, sometimes I'm like looking at people. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like.
You know you're driving a vehicle right now. Yeah. You're driving something that could kill you or somebody else.
Death machine.
Pay attention to what you're doing.
Or like you see those people that go like, oh, here's the carpool lane. Oh, there's my exit last minute. Yeah. You're like,
take the next one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take the next one.
Or if you know that your exit's coming up, get out of the carpool lane like 3 or 4 exits before.
That's the same thing I have a problem with. If people like miss their turn, they gotta ruin everybody else's day to try to get over. I'm like, no, dude, you messed up. Go straight, U-turn, take a left, whatever you gotta do. Just why you stopped? All of a sudden, you just got
It's an extra 5 to 10 minutes, bro. You missed your exit.
Whose fault is that? Not mine. It's yours. So don't put my life at risk.
We can go on for days at that, but yeah.
I wanted to ask a quick question, really quick. So, what did it take, or what was the journey like to get to where you're at as a professor?
A lot of failure. A lot of emotional pain, not seeing friends.
Did it hurt worse than falling on your skateboard?
At times, yeah. And I'll give you a specific example because the first time I took my master's exam, I'm a dual emphasis major, so I'm a master's in literature and rhetoric composition. In order for me to get my master's, I had to pass both of those fields. I passed my... And I don't tell a lot of people this, that I passed my rhetoric composition, but I failed my literature exam. So I didn't get my master's. Guess how much I had to pay to retake the exam and how many units it was?
How much?
Over $2,000, and it was a 1-unit thing at Cal Poly, like a 1-unit thing. I went there and I took my master's exam, and I was like, dude, like I ain't failing it this time. Like,
yeah, 2,000.
I studied like the whole like spring and the summer, and I took it in the fall and winter.
You leveled up.
Especially when you're putting that much bread down, you're like, I'm not gonna waste this $2,000 just to fail.
Right. And the exam was rough, so I'm telling you, it was like emotional damage. You know, I when they told me I didn't pass, I was just in my office crying, like, and this is what I'm doing, and I can't even get this right, you know. But struggles, the struggle is real.
Yeah, but you didn't give up.
No, you can't.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Do you feel like you learned these lessons through skateboarding? Like,
Some of them, yeah, because I when you try in skateboarding, I think we were having this conversation. It's like sometimes you get the trick, but it just didn't feel right, so you want to do it again. You want to do it till it feels complete.
right?
And when it comes to school, even when you get your degree, like you might even go in for a different degree. It might not feel complete. So it just depends.
What were those words that you were using earlier? The logos and
Ethos, pathos, logos, and kairos. And ethos is just the credibility that you gain from what you're doing. Like somebody like Einstein is really good, has good ethos or credibility in the sciences, but he might not have the credibility as a skateboarder, right? And like pathos is how you feel about somebody, and logos is the logic. Like logos for skating is you got to pop the tail and then you got to slide your foot up. That's the basics, the logic of an ollie, right? And then from that, if you really want to do a kick flip, then you have to add the flick to the corner of the board. That's all logos. And that's what you teach the other students. You're like, but you have to do it with a specific kairos, a timing, right? You need to pop the board. You can't just pop the board and wait and expect for you to ollie. The board's going to pop up. So kairos is really the pop and the slide and the air time.
I love that.
And it's all of it. That's why I really fell in love with skateboarding, watching other great skaters do it.
I had to figure out the kairos earlier this morning, man. That was crazy, dude. I got it good too, man.
Yeah.
I got a great heel flip this morning.
And it feels good when you have the timing and then you get the board goes up and it flips and you catch it in the air and it comes back down.
And what's that feeling called? What's that word called? When you get that feeling again?
The flow state?
No, like you said, that feeling. What's the other word?
Feeling?
You used the word
Kairos?
Is that the feeling? No, that's the timing.
That's the
right?
timing. Yeah, I'm
The
blanking.
ethos?
Oh, then you gain the credibility. Yeah.
Okay, that's the credibility.
And you feel the
and then
pathos.
the
Yeah, you feel
pathos.
good about it.
Pathos is what I was looking for right there.
Yeah.
And you feel good about what you done, you accomplished.
Yeah. And I think skaters that then they want to record that. They want to record those clips where it feels good and it looks just right. Because that's the art of skating, right? It's each sport has its art, and I think skateboarding, dude, those people are majestic when they're out there going off six stairs, kick flipping, doing stuff on switch. You know, like some people don't even know that some skaters are switch. You know, they're like, oh, it's just that's how. No, dude, they're doing it backwards.
Yeah, you don't understand. Like I would watch this whole run. You're like, did his whole run switch? You don't understand.
My analogy right now that I use for explaining switch to people, I'll go like, imagine a right-hand pitcher pitching regular, and now imagine he did it with his left hand and did it just better.
Yeah.
That's that'd be the best way to explain switch.
But you can kind of like what I like sometimes is when you can tell it's switch, because some people are so good you can't tell whether they're like regular or goofy, you know. But when you can tell that it was switch and it still looks proper, you're like, oh damn, that was beautiful. You know, I seen a switch Healy the other day. I was like, wow, that was nice. I think it was what's his name from Girl actually? Jesus. What's the guy? The Fury?
Mike Mo? No, Mike Mo. Mike Carroll.
Mike Carroll, yeah. Can't believe I forgot his name.
Furry calamari,
yeah. Yeah, he did a nice switch heel the other day. I was like, that was beautiful.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
So speaking of skaters, who's your favorite skater? Or who's
My
your
next,
favorite skater?
that was one of my next questions. At least
I'm always
hell
stealing
yeah.
your
It's all good.
Dude, I could just think back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you know? Like, I really liked Elisa Steamer, but she wasn't very, like... She was, like, the only girl skater that I knew at the time, right? I like the guy that did the dark slides.
Roddy Mullen.
Yes.
A lot of that, I was like, man, I wish I could do that. that's what really got me into skating. I was like, man, I really wish I could do those tricks that don't even look like tricks. Like, how did he even invent that? Right. Off the other side of a grip tape and sliding it, like.
I feel like he'd be the ultimate best person to be a skate professor.
Oh yeah.
And then like if you listen to his TED Talks, like you're just like, dude's already a professor.
Yeah. I wonder if it happened like trying to kickflip board slide and it just landed upside down and he landed on it and slid and he goes, I wonder if I could just pop this thing back over. Because a lot of tricks are sometimes accidents, happy accidents, you know?
I feel like all most of his trick criteria was happy accidents.
But the Casper slide,
Yeah.
man, when I saw that, I was like, wait, he caught the kickflip, caught the board, slid on the tail, and then tray flips back into the right.
The art.
Yeah.
Gotta respect the art.
Tell my homie, I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna retire skateboarding again. Yeah, but that's amazing, dude. I love it. I love all that stuff. That you're a college professor, you grew up skateboarding. All of that, man.
You have 2 beautiful daughters.
Yeah.
What is it, 5 and a 3-year-old?
Yeah, 5 and 3.
And you got your daughter skating now? What's her name?
Oh, Matilda Rios and Camilla Rios.
Shout out to them.
I'm gonna teach them how to skate for sure.
I was gonna say too, you could tell your daughters as an example that you've done more than most people do in a lifetime with the music, the skating, the professor, and all that. Because most people don't really get out like that and do stuff in life.
That's true. You accomplish quite a bit.
I have a coworker that I'm like, so what are you gonna do for the weekend? Same as usual, just stay home, play video games.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not gonna go enjoy the sunlight?
Yeah, you gotta go out, right? It's that touch grass syndrome. Some people don't.
Yeah, man.
You mentioned video games earlier. Are you a video gamer?
I am. Right now I'm playing Arc Raiders, but the community is so toxic. I don't know why people in video games have to be so rude.
You're talking about like you got the headphones
Yeah,
on
the
and people are
headphones
like, you jerk, or whatever.
Yeah,
but meaner.
Way meaner.
It gets racist.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure that's what I'm going to say. We're on YouTube. Relax.
No, it gets... When I play Apex, some of the things I hear, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like
This is
relax,
brutal,
buddy.
man. These kids can be brutal.
But I do stream. I like streaming like Resident Evil 2.
You play Rec Room?
I did. I beat it on the original setting. Yeah. I want to do a run on the hardcore mode. My brother's doing it, and he's doing one without heels.
Oh, okay, my buddy does that. Gabe, the kid, best dude at doing runs with no lives.
Nice.
And I'm just like, damn, dude.
Oh, one thing about my brother that I will shout out is he speaking about video games, he was pretty good at Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay.
He went out and did like tournaments out and.
Would you guys play at Video 94 when they had the tournaments?
No, that was before our time. Our time was Super Arcade, and that was the arcade that was in front of Mount Sac, and then they moved to the city of Azusa.
I remember you guys invited me to that one time, and I came by and I was like, damn, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out. Did they ever win any competitions?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. No, not always, but he did win competitions at Super Arcade.
Is that considered a pro gamer? Since he wins?
Yeah, he's definitely a pro. He claims to be the best Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite player in La Puente. Nobody's challenged him, so if there's anybody out there that wants to challenge him in La Puente, he still has the title. And he speedruns the games. He has the world record for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for beating the game.
Wow.
You know, I just found out that Resident Evil or Capcom makes Resident Evil, right? They keep track of speedruns and they send gifts out if you lot the fastest time, because they sent my buddy Gabe a mug and a shirt and everything for having one of the fastest speedruns in 2.
Yeah, cool.
Wow. Like it just, maybe they get like some kind of alert when someone does something, you know, they're like, oh, send them a package.
Well, I mean, these dudes, like, it's like a game. If you play the game and sit there and take your time to play, it's like a 2-3 day game. These dudes are beating it in 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
3 hours, yeah.
I only beat like one Grand Theft Auto game, the San Andreas, I think it was, and I was playing the last level for the longest time, where it's kind of like Scarface, where they all come in and you have to blast everybody. You're like the last one standing, and like even with the cheat codes, like you have to be so fast to be able to get your life back. You know. and then and by that time I would always die. I could never get the controller to do it fast enough. And then one morning, in bed, didn't even get out of the covers. My controller was cordless, and it worked underneath the blankets. So I'm like, wait, I just beat it. Like I jumped out of bed. I see the credits. I'm like, Ray Liotta was the voice. I knew it. Like I was tripping. I was like, that was hype because I never really went through a whole video game like that before, where you do all the missions. That was crazy.
It feels good.
It did feel good, and then I was done with video games forever.
So, my bad. What game system did you play?
I play on the Xbox and my PC.
Okay.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, brain fart.
Brainies
Okay.
on your PC, huh? Now, are they different, like, kind of ways to play? Do you have to play with your keyboard, or are you still with the controller?
I prefer keyboard and mouse.
Okay,
I
that's
do.
crazy.
I tripped out on my roommate's kids because they put it the keyboard. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Going back to controller, I feel like now I suck at the controller. Like I can't get like the movements just right.
Yeah, my buddies keep trying to tell me get a PC. I'm like, no, I'm cool with my PS5. I don't play like that.
Dude, you'd have to have a really good mouse because I'd be like, dude, this thing's not
Yeah,
moving. Go.
My mouse has buttons on the side that will do stuff for me, like run or roll or stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and it has another button that if you put it, if the aim is really fast, it slows it down, so you have that snipe shot.
Damn.
These are the guys we get mad at because they're over here with like aim assist and stuff, and we're like,
No aim assist.
Aim assistance?
no, they have that aim box where like these dudes will plug a robot in and it'll automatically just lock into you. You're
That's cheating though.
Those cheaters.
But it's so that's why the community is so toxic because then you get mad at those dudes and you start yelling because these are the dudes that don't like you respond and you're like, I'm already dead. I didn't even get to move.
Yeah. Cheaters.
Cheaters.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. No.
Yeah, I would. And then the last game I played was at Call of Duty, but I never played it to win. I just somebody had it. They would all be playing. I grab a controller sometimes.
The storylines are good on those sometimes.
Right now, I'll be playing. I'll be hearing Red Dead Redemption has a good storyline for PS4. Well, I'm playing PS4, but that one.
Part 3 is about to come out. That's why it's on a hype.
Ooh, Resident Evil was pretty scary at night.
Yeah, the original on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
That one was scary.
Yeah,
That one was legitimately
dude, I'd be running back and forth in a room, and then I'd be there for like I don't know what to do next. I'm stuck, and then I change a little something, and then I run back to another room, and something jumps out. Like,
Dunna, dunna, and then the music plays.
Part 2 was pretty scary too. Because I remember I'd be at home alone. I'd be playing. I have my headphones, and I'm like looking out my door. I'm like, did I hear something?
Yep.
and then when Mr. Hat comes out, I hate that dude.
Yeah, he's indestructible.
So I wanted to ask a question. Did you and your brother ever play skate?
Yeah, but I would normally win skate. Yeah.
I remember when I first met you guys in high school, like you were more like the friendly one, and your brother was more like the serious one. But I never knew you guys were twins till later on. I was like, okay.
A lot of people still don't know that we're twins, and like they see us on campus or something, and it's like, wait, here, I know you, and then my brother doesn't know them, and they're like, what? They come back to me, they're like, dude, why were you so rude? I was like,
he has the same hair too?
No.
No, okay.
No.
I was gonna say, like, how did he not, mix you up? Then.
I mean, I don't see it because I knew they were twins when I seen them in high school, and you can tell the difference between both.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're fraternal. We're not identical, but people think we're identical.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, it took me a while to see the difference. And I was like, all right, you're Ivan, you're Oscar. All right, cool. Shout out.
Hell yeah. All right, taking it back. I don't know. Did Lisa ask you if you had a favorite skater?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What about
Ronnie Mullen, no?
Yeah. What about a favorite team? Was there a team out there that just stuck with you, or?
No, I can't say. Didn't have a favorite team.
If you had a dream trick, what would that be?
Like double heel flip off like maybe at least 8 stairs.
Did you ever skate West Coast?
Yeah, but rarely.
Okay.
I
I
usually
was
just
gonna
took,
ask that earlier. Yeah.
yeah, very rarely. I think that's where I got her, and then I was like, ah.
So the bus ride home.
The bus ride, yeah, the bus ride after her, I was like, oh.
I want like did getting hurt take you out of skateboarding?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Is
Yeah.
that what stopped it?
The pain, then healing, and then it didn't really feel the same. And then once I stopped skating, then the fear came in. Then the fear really kind of held me back. And then once I had my kids, like, I didn't want to be like all hurting all the time when I wanted to spend my energy.
Okay. But are you skating with your daughter while you skate?
Yeah,
You teach her?
yeah. I either ride with her or I just hold her hands. I try my best, but I got to get her a helmet and stuff.
Yeah. Especially the helmet, just in case.
Do
But-
you? Oh, my bad. Go for it.
Go ahead.
Oh no! Do you ever? I was gonna ask. Do you ever see those videos of like the toddlers or little girls with helmets and everything skating on Instagram?
And they're really good. Yeah, I'm like, then that's not AI. They're just really
Yeah.
good. They're really good skaters. I think that's really impressive. I think their parents, if that's what the kid is interested in, more power to them. They're letting them do
Right.
it.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to see them forcing the kid to try to do handrails. If you see the
Right.
kid like taking a slam, and they're pretty gnarly when they're that little because they just like look like dolls,
Yeah,
and then they get back up and they run and do it again. I'm like, well, that's on her then. She's cool with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
it's super impressive to see
Yeah.
those kids skate like that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And you have a setup now,
It's just like a cruiser.
a cruiser.
I want her maybe on her 6th birthday or 7th birthday. I'll get her like a whole board.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like for yourself? Like, do you any plans on getting a whole new setup anytime soon? Or
I kind of want to because I really don't like to exercise, but I feel like skating could be my exercise. Like
Really?
running, I'm like, dude, I'd rather like just sit on my couch. But I think to do exercise,
even if you just cruise around, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like a really good part. Well, unless you don't like it, it's kind of slippery. But Fourth Ave has a good pump. You know, you could pump around Fourth Ave pretty well if you don't have to do too many tricks. You know what I mean? Even La Puente is
Yeah.
fun to pump around.
Rosemead's a good part too.
yeah.
Rosemead.
Yeah, I think I would get a board to do exercise. So maybe in the future, I might post a clip on Instagram of me doing something.
And then you could tell your daughters like, hey, check it out. Pops knows how to skate.
Yeah.
And just don't fall in front of them.
Right, but right now all I have is like a cruiser, like a beach cruiser type of thing. Board.
Okay.
What if your daughter like decides down the road she wants to pursue it as a career? You're gonna support it?
Yeah, absolutely, I would. Yeah, I would not give my daughters the burden of continuing my research. No. Whatever you want, like yeah,
Right.
that's how my parents supported us. So I have
That's
to.
cool. Yeah, that support is everything. Because like the more you tell somebody no, then the more they're gonna want to do it, and then they might do it the wrong way. You know, so
Correct.
you want to be there to supervise. You know, whatever it is. At least you know, because I remember, man, like if you tell me, oh, you don't want to learn guitar? Well, I'm gonna go learn with those guys, and they smoke and they do this and they drink, and then oh no, we'll send you to a class. You know what I mean? Like, but
That's a good way to get your parents to let you do things.
yeah.
Either you send me to class or see those guys over there
Yeah.
smoking, drinking. I'll learn from them.
Those really cool dudes.
I'll learn from them, and then
Yeah.
then your parents, all right, time to go to class.
Yeah. But that's if they have the means and everything for that.
Right,
you know?
right.
But hey, there's nothing wrong with learning stuff out in the streets, man. But you guys have anything else for him?
Yeah, I have a question. When we were talking not too long ago, you mentioned that you wrote a book.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The Violent Femme. The subtitle is called Schizophrenia. It's on Amazon. It's $2.99. It's on sale right now. It's a flash fiction novel. It's like really thin. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, man. I wanted to mention, like, how did that come about?
I started writing that in grad school, so that was just kind of like a small side project that I was doing. And then once the pandemic hit, I was like, I really have to publish this, so I revised it kind of through that lens of the pandemic. It's flash fiction, so like the chapters are like 3 pages.
Okay. Now, was it easy to publish? Like, is it easy to like make books?
It's tough. You could send it through other publications and get it published serialized that way. But yes, I published with Amazon because it was like the easiest way to go about. But it can be pretty expensive and pricey. Yeah, if you go through other type of publishers, unless you're going for the self-published route.
Because I'd never heard of somebody actually putting out a book before, so I was just curious on how to go about doing something like that. It's crazy.
So you're like a professor author too, no?
Yeah.
You're considered an author?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So we're writing a book now.
I know.
We'll have Ivan revise it for us.
Yeah,
I
I could
mean,
check it out.
Amazon, man, you can find, like I said, dude, everything we pretty much made in the studio is on Amazon.
So, like, I wanted to ask, Schizophrenia, like, did you experience that, or why that book? Why that topic?
I'm currently diagnosed with schizophrenia, but it goes back to the concept of capitalism, and late stage capitalism is often referred to as a type of schizophrenia as well. It's my diagnosis has been kind of like more recent, but yeah, it's just there's different types of schizophrenia.
And so the more severe one would be like when people have multiple personalities, right?
Yeah.
Is it like different levels? Like pretty much like diabetes, there's type 1, type 2, stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I'm still unsure, but it's more to do with like my severe ADHD and depression. It kind of morphs into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to a coworker. She has a brother that's like really bad schizophrenia. So I was like just looking at videos on YouTube and trying to research that topic, and it's crazy, bro. How
It's
like
wild.
the voices and stuff, you know. But is that like any way that you could control the mind on that, like with prayer or something, or not? That's different.
I take medication. Yeah, but prayer could help others. Yeah, I think so.
I was going to say, does it affect your life in any way?
Not too much. I'm not like.
If you don't take the medication, would it affect your life?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that it would. It gets me more into like I don't want to do anything, don't want to see people type of state, but it's okay for now.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna really, because I really enjoyed reading, so I'm gonna look into getting that book.
Oh, check it out! It's
I'll give
funny.
you a tag once I get it.
Thank you.
For sure,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Shout out
That's
to
cool.
them.
Well, I'm glad you got it under control. You know, if the medication keeps you balanced, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Because we had a neighbor out here back in the day that was schizophrenic, and unfortunately he's not with us anymore. But
I'm sorry about that.
yeah, man, he was pretty wild sometimes out there. You know, he'd be yelling and stuff, but that was kind of a different level, I guess. You know. So, but if anybody out there is kind of like, how did you know? Like, was there kind of?
I learned that I had a learning disability when I was in college. And it stemmed from learning that I had ADHD, and then ADHD kind of turned into like, because it's like borderline being like autistic. And then having a lot of like the trauma kind of just
festers
it festers it, and it kind of triggers other symptoms.
Yeah.
Did they give you medication for the ADHD?
I took it in college, but I don't take it now.
That's because I used to take Ritalin in elementary.
Oh.
So like I got diagnosed with it like in the beginning of it when they were discovering it, and they were giving us medical speed to calm us down. Because I took it from 2nd grade to 6th grade, and I feel like it did do some damage to me mentally sometimes. Because I like how you say I get those mood swings sometimes where I just don't want to be around anyone.
Right. Yeah. Mine comes with those mood swings, and like, just try to stay as patient as possible with people.
Do you meditate at all?
I try to meditate.
I feel like that's a good way to help, because if you got anxiety and stuff like that, you kind of want to take your time.
What really helps, one of my hobbies is pinball.
I'll say.
Yeah, I play pinball. So I used to enter tournaments when it came to that. So that helped when it comes to the meditation.
Dude, that's crazy. That's just something to get your mind focused on other things, I guess.
Where do you go play at?
Right now, it's at the Riverside Game Lab. I used to go to there was this pirate one. They even sell the tables. Captain's Arcade, Captain's Pinball Showroom, and then I used to go to Pinball Wizards.
Okay. I'm gonna look into these because whenever I go to the arcade bars, I get stuck on the pinball machines.
They're fun. The new one that's gonna come out from Stern is Pokemon.
Oh,
The
no way.
Pokemon one's gonna come out soon. You're gonna see it.
A pinball, a new pinball machine.
Pokemon Pinball.
Damn.
The last one that came out was Dungeons and Dragons, and before that it was Ninja Turtles or
That's
X-Men. Yeah, they still
That's
make
cool,
new ones.
man.
Yeah.
Is it all right? I have a question because sometimes when I play, do you ever feel like the paddles on the tables are like underpowered?
Sometimes, yeah, people can do that. They can adjust the settings. It's all technical and stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
Because I remember as a little kid, you'd play pinball and it would
launch it. Yeah,
and then now I go and like I play like at the bar arcades. And I'm like, feels like these paddles don't have.
they probably need maintenance.
Okay.
That or you said they can adjust them. Maybe maybe they want you to keep putting more money in it.
Yeah, it's possible.
So that you, yeah, because you're right. Like they used to be able to knock. You could aim it. You could time it perfectly, and then you could get it to go up the ramp and do all this.
There's sometimes I hit it and it like barely goes up. There.
Barely little.
I'm like, I know that should have made it. If
Yeah.
I hit it hard enough.
Give it a little nudge, a little love tap.
Oh, I'm not trying to tilt it.
Right. Respect the machine.
All right. If you could own your own pinball machine, which one would you want?
Ooh, there's a couple, but there's that's a good question. Like new, modern, or old, right?
It's just up to you. The one that you can put in your own place.
See, I would really like Bride of Pinbot. That machine
Bride
would take
of
your
Pinbot?
Yeah, that's a classic. Bride of Pinbot. That one would take your quarters. Yeah, Bride of Pinbot. That's a classic.
Now, do you like more challenging type of pinball machines, or like the ones that are like fun and have a bunch of obstacles?
Yeah, I like the challenging ones.
Okay.
The older the machine, usually the more difficult they are. Especially like the real classics, like the ones where like getting like 2,000 points was like a lot. You know, like the
Right.
50s.
Did you watch the movie on how pinball was like illegal? Like
Yeah, it used to because people would like gamble.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Off pinball, yeah, like dude, I bet I could beat you. Type
There's
stuff.
there's a
Hustlers.
there's a whole documentary on how like
I'm gonna have to check that
all
out.
the way it went up to like the FBI and stuff level where they were like busting these dudes.
Dude.
They're busting them like drug dealers
Yeah.
over pinball. it went to Congress to fight to make it legal.
My favorite was when you can get that ball into like a little hole, and then you get the extra ball,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you got two of
The
them.
multi-ball?
You're like, oh, look at all the colors.
Yeah. The multi-ball modes are awesome.
It's like a whole party going on.
Yeah, man.
I was like playing the Terminator, the Addams Family,
That's a good one.
Simpsons.
the Simpsons. All right.
I can't remember some of the ones I played. Like, I can't remember the pictures on them, but
There's if you go to the Riverside Game Lab, they also have that Quentin Tarantino movie. What's it? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
They have a Pulp Fiction
Ooh.
machine. There's even a Shrek machine out there.
that's crazy. I have to
But
do
the
my
newest-
research.
The newest one that's gonna come out is Pokemon by Stern.
I wonder if anyone around here's gonna get it. Well, because I mainly play at the arcade bars.
Which one?
I go to the one in Pomona.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll do. Sometimes I go with Brooks to 86 or.
Oh yeah, I like playing there too.
Yeah, sometimes Brooks will be in LA and Brooks will be like, down for some the arcade bar. I'll be like, yeah, let's go.
So, if you can have your like a personalized one, would there be a character one that you want?
It'd probably be like my band or something. That'd be really cool to make.
Officer Problem or,
No.
or Professor Void.
Yeah, the Zeitgeist and the Mage stuff. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I can see like a Doctor Who kind of themey,
Yeah.
weird, crazy little like science stuff.
Dude, that'd be dope if you could design your own pinball machine, man.
Yeah.
I want to doubt that there's a way you can do it. Amazon does everything.
Ask ChatGPT. I'm sure they'll know. Yo. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I've got 3 more questions, bro. What's a day in like of a professor or a teacher?
Uh, waking up and doing the drive, getting there. If you're teaching in person, it depends if you're teaching online. But getting there, being in person, putting on my persona. Because there's times in class where I'll be like, hey, this is not your professor talking. This is like Ivan talking. I'm
Right.
like, I'm here to help you out. And you guys are like fucking up, like.
Right.
So the day really is about the students. Like noticing who's there, noticing who is a good leader, noticing who is doing their work. Because I don't want to have my students fall through the gaps like I did. I was a very bad student, and I was always falling through the cracks.
Is there like a do you get judged by that? Like if you have a class and only like 20% finish, does that reflect on you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the data comes back that you're not doing so well in these categories. And
Okay.
yeah, so part of that the day-to-day is also like, oh, when am I going to be observed, et cetera, et cetera.
That's crazy. And then if you have like a good time, and then you're like, damn, he's got like 80% of his classes finishing, or 90 or whatever, that's a...
Mm-hmm. And then you get evaluated, so if you're doing your job right or not.
And then the students evaluate.
Then the students evaluate the classroom too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we used to go, when I was going to Mount Sec, I'd go in there and be like, what professor do I want? I want the cool one.
So let's say when you're feeling sick or under the weather, how do you guys call off, or how do you guys do it?
You email your department chair, and you email to get a substitute.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get a substitute in time, then you have to cancel class. But you don't want to cancel class. That's the last thing you want to do, because the students have to be in the classroom a certain amount of hours for them to gain that college level experience. Yeah, exactly. Or else they don't get the credit. Right.
And then earlier too, we were talking about what you like to do in the weekends, and you said you catching up with grading papers.
Yeah, so my weekends aren't always weekends, right? They're evaluating papers, discussion board posts, responding to emails.
And you guys don't get paid when you do that on the weekend. That's like on your own time on.
Right, basically, right. I don't clock in or clock out. It's just whether I get the work done or not. That's why I try to get it done during the week if possible.
Right. To have it feel like it's part of your daily day-to-day instead of taking up your personal time.
I give props to high school teachers because they're working on weekends.
For sure.
Yeah.
Saturday schools.
Yeah.
I follow some of the TikTok teachers, and they'll be talking about stuff like that. Like, I have to spend my Saturday grading papers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, damn.
I got 3 more questions, and I think I'll be good with the questions. So let's say if someone wants to be like a speaker to a school, let's say elementary school or high school or middle school,
Okay.
do you know who we would have to talk to for that? Like, let's say in the future, if someone wants to be a speaker, like who would you have to talk to?
Well, definitely the principal. Like at elementary school, like if you want to go and talk to kids about skateboarding, you would definitely try to talk to the principal or the vice principal. There's always some kind of liaison, which is like a connector between them. And if you can't talk with them, let's see, because that's usually who you want to talk to, and that's actually a really good idea for the locals to go in and give back to the communities. Yeah, go talk to kids like, hey, if you're interested in skating, like you can skate. It's not.
Just also too about like not just skateboarding, but like substances.
Oh yeah,
staying on the path, like kind of like guidance. When we were younger, we would have those people come in with like don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, the hole in the throat. Yeah.
Or like the people that talk about like what's one of the Z boys, the like Stacy Peralta, Tony Alva, and what's the other dude's name?
Jay Adams?
Jay Adams, the one that passed away. So I was looking at videos, and he went through it, and he would go talk to high school students about like drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, the counselors at high school. Yeah, definitely the counselors will give you that kind of opportunity. Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay. Yeah, it was just like something that I had in my mind. I was curious about, since you're in that field. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Maybe you have an idea of like what to do. But yeah, man. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
2 more questions, bro. Like, who would you like to see next on the show?
Oof, for skating, that's a tough question. I'm out of the loop. Tony Hawk.
What about like friend wise, or people that we know?
Dude, it would
Like
be cool
local.
to see Chris.
We've been asking Chris, right?
Chris,
Hey, Chris,
I
come on.
just saw him for his daughter's birthday,
Yeah.
and he said it's in the work. Him and his brother were talking to me about it.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have both of them on because they both had their very distinct styles in skating. They were both different in good ways.
I used to call Jason the gypsy because of his gypsy tricks.
Yeah, so Chris and LJ, I guess you call him, right?
Yeah, little Jason.
Yeah.
Even though he's the tall.
He's a teacher too. I don't know. If
Yeah,
you know
he
this.
is.
He's a teacher, huh?
Yeah.
Or I think elementary school.
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
he teaches in Baldwin Park. Right? When I saw him at the birthday party, we were talking. We were
Proud of
catching
him.
up.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you know what's so awesome? One time too, I seen that they had like an assembly for school, and then he had his skateboard and he ollied over his principal. His principal is laying down, and all the students are watching.
See, that's cool.
He ollied, everyone's
Yeah.
clapping.
I mean, there's a couple of students over there hoping that your principal gets in, you know what I mean? But at the same time, they're like, oh, that was cool.
That was cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but they would be the ones to be on the show, I think.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Shout out.
Yeah, I've just talked to them and I think Robert O.
We're still waiting for Big Tuna, too, man. What's going on?
Big tuna. Yeah. we'll get him. We'll get him.
It's all good.
Last question, man. So what's next for you, Ivan?
Hopefully a full-time tenure track position. I've thrown my hats into a couple, but man, it's like one position, but hundreds of people apply, and some of them have PhDs. You know, I only have a master's. That I would probably do a PhD in quantum rhetoric. Maybe try to apply at USC. I have a friend that teaches in the writing program over there.
So if you get your PhD, I can start calling you doctor from now on.
Yeah, you could.
Hey.
But
Dr.
not
Ivan.
quite yet. Not
Dr.
quite
Ivan.
yet. I haven't earned it.
But professor, you're already professor, though. That's
Oh.
cool.
Well, if he gets his PhD, he's gonna have to change it from Professor Void to
Dr.
Doctor Void.
Void.
Dr.
Yeah.
Void.
That sounds like a super villain.
Yeah, there might already be a Void out there, I think. There was one on the cartoon, The Incredibles, I think. Void.
I think so.
Yeah, the girl, she used to be able to make a hole and they used to drop in, come out. But, man. And we have another guy, too, Oscar. He wants to be a teacher as well.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty rad just to hear that some of these skaters are now
Yeah.
professors, teachers. I mean, giving back to the youth, that's what we can do, man.
Yeah, and that's really the new skaters are really going to be who we want to support, right? Because they're going to be inventing new tricks. They're going to be trying new styles. They're going to be.
My bad, bro. Like, I have one more question, but like, it just came up to like, do you like your class having books or iPad and computers?
Oh yeah, physical books for sure. It does something to the brain when you actually turn the pages or write in your books. People tell you not to write in your books, but you should, especially if you're going to keep it, because it helps with your memory retention. The online or the iPad books is just more for access. Like in my classes, I don't make my students buy books. I give them a free book so they don't have to pay. So I make my classes accessible.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So it depends.
I would think highlighting stuff and, writing.
Because you can always reference back to it. Because
Right.
you can be like, oh, I highlighted that right here.
Mm-hmm.
On this page. Now you're talking my language, MLA format.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. Yeah, anything like physical, I think, is better than a tablet or, computer.
Absolutely.
Even though I got books here that I still haven't even opened. But, I've opened them, but I haven't been through every page.
I usually carry a book in my lunch bag. So when I take lunch, if I'm bored, I just sit there and just read.
Nice.
That's a good way to do it, yeah.
But I keep it wrapped in plastic. So
And maybe if I had some more shade in the backyard,
Mm,
it'd be a nice place to go read. Yeah, it's pretty peaceful out there.
nice.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Listo?
I think that's pretty much it with the questions for now.
Cool.
Peralta, you got anything?
I did, but I lost track of it.
No worries.
It was a gaming question.
It was a gaming question. Well, while you think of that, let's give him one of these crazy questions from the bowl. We have a couple left here. Let's see if it... he hasn't been in the game for a minute, but let's see what he pulls.
Let's see what this is.
Drum roll.
If you could have a Quest Pro,
guest?
a guest pro skater drop a clip in your part, who are you picking?
Ooh, if you actually come out with a part one day, and you can have a pro skater drop a clip.
trying to think. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Hey, he's in
I
the
was
skating
saying,
games.
He came out in 3 and 2.
Yeah.
He's a secret
Okay.
character.
Character.
There you go. That's gonna be in your clip.
I was thinking, since you mentioned Rodney Mullen, maybe I was like, maybe he wants a dark slide.
I thought.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too.
But Spider-Man works too.
Yeah.
Doing everything a spider can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Is that one of your favorite superheroes?
Yeah, he is actually.
You know what's funny? Speaking of Chris, he just texted me right now.
Oh,
That's crazy.
cool.
I was like, I think we manifested him into today.
The power of the mind is crazy, man. Like,
The meeting of the mind.
yeah, the telepathic. He's like, my ears are ringing. I gotta see what's going on here.
Well, he sent me pictures of skate spots right now.
Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All
Let me
right.
keep This question.
You want to keep that? Go ahead. Listo, who would you want to see in your clip? What pro?
Me, I would want to see all my friends, you know?
You wouldn't want a pro to have a.
Oh, I would want Andrew Reynolds for sure. Maybe a
Okay.
front side flip down like a 10 stair, and I'll get his back with a backside flip, maybe.
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
Pralta?
That
Who
sounds
would you
cool.
want?
It had to be either Mark Appleyard or Chris Cole.
I knew you were gonna say. I shouldn't have asked you.
I'm loyal to my.
I'm down to Mark, but yeah, I'm down for Mark, but yeah.
I'm loyal to the 2 dudes that taught me what skateboarding was.
Yep.
Mark
That's
Appleyard
good.
has a beautiful tray flip, most beautiful tray flip ever, and then Chris Cole with the switch game.
Okay.
Shout out.
All right. And me, let me think. It'd have to be Rodney Mullen for me, or Sean Sheffy, because those are my dudes right there.
Don't Shapey, shout out.
Yeah, man. All right. Is there anything else you want to bring up that maybe we didn't touch on today?
Let me see. Maybe a question for you.
Okay.
If you could choose one university to put skateboarding in and make it an official like sport, what university would it be?
USC.
That's a good question, a good answer.
Only because that was the first college I ever went to a football game to, and I became a fan. And then all my other friends are UCLA, so they're probably all gonna say, "You bastard."
That's funny. That's great. Yeah, and then that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
I picked Dartmouth. I don't know. I just heard that on TV the other day. So that's college.
How about you?
Me, honestly, all of them.
All of them.
Put them all of them little by little. Maybe start it off like locally, and then after that, just get it out, you know?
Yeah, man. Well, let's start. Well, hopefully, we can start it in your college, man.
I'd love to see it at Mount San Antonio College. I'd love
Right.
to see it there.
So if you ever put together some kind of petition, or if you need the community to come together, let us know, man. We'll try to help out as much as we can, and say if we need to show up to a meeting, we'll try to get the skaters involved.
Let's
We'll
do
put out
it.
the
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what I mean? All we can do is put out the word, and if we can show up and make it happen, then that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And
You know
maybe
what's-
in the future their kids will be in that college and be able to take that course. You know?
You know what's cool about skateboarders? That like we support each other, and like we need to come together. We come together, you know. And yeah, it's cool, man. So whenever
It's
whenever
amazing.
there's something going on, let us know, and we'll try our best to be there and make everybody stop by too if they can.
And the least we can do is post it on our social media.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So to get the word out there. But if we can make it out there, we'll definitely be there. For anybody's events, let us know. We'll try to make it out. Again, dude, I want to thank you for coming down and
Thanks for
sharing.
having me.
Yeah, man, it's amazing to hear, because you're not in the skateboarding. Well, you're into skateboarding, but you're not on the board right now. But you still have the love and passion for it.
Yeah.
And that's all what it's about. Like, you don't have to be on the board to be on this show. You just gotta love skateboarding,
It is a skateboarding show. So,
Mhm.
but you gotta love it. Yeah.
And I do.
And we can tell that you do, and we're grateful to everybody that supported you and got you, and your moms too for hooking you up for the skateboard.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to come back, you're welcome to. You're part of we're the Locals Sk8 family now,
Thank you.
And then me and Pralta are absent, you could be a couch boy, Let's say we have
Hey.
Chris come in or Jason, and one of us can't make it, you could be part of the couch boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Always welcome back, man.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. You got any shout outs?
Off the top of my head right now, guess just my brother. Oscar goes by Oz.
Shout out to Oz, man.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah, but again, thanks for having me, you guys. It's been fun.
Well, I want to shout out to your parents. I want to shout out everybody that's been supporting him through everything, and your students too as well. If they know you skateboard, you guys got a cool ass teacher right here, man.
Thank you.
Do you hang out with like any other teachers, or you just by yourself when you're in the college?
Yeah, I hang out with my colleagues at times. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Do they know about the skate stories?
No.
Are you gonna let them know about this podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then they're gonna get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
cool. Yeah, that does help because a lot of people, even parents out there, we've had their children or people on the show were like, Dad, I didn't know they really felt like this about skateboarding, or didn't even know they skated at all.
Wow.
So it's amazing what we can do for the community out there. All right, Listo, you have your shout outs?
I got some shout outs. Shout out number one, God. Shout out Mom Forever. Shout out my family. Shout out my sponsors. Shout out We're the Locals Sk8. Richard Peralta holding it down. Shout out Ivan coming out, sharing your story. You know, I haven't seen you since like high school, like Kylie's kickbacks and stuff. But we still stay in touch on social media. But it's not the same as seeing each other. And it's cool catching up, talking, and hopefully we make good things. Well, not hopefully, we are gonna make good things happen. Set a positive impact. And thank you to all the supporters and everybody watching. This show won't be possible without you guys. So thank you guys, and shout out to everybody doing good things.
All right, Peralta.
Shout out to Evan. It's always good seeing an old friend. I know we run into each other every now and then, somewhere at a gig or something. Yeah, but shout out to everyone who supports us. We can't do this without the support you guys give us, and sit there and listen to all these cool people's stories, and maybe it'll resonate with you on something.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll help somebody out there go get a pinball machine or something. Who knows?
Or play video games.
Or play video
You never
games.
know, someone might reach out and ask how to take the path to get to college or something like that.
Yeah,
That
I'm always
or-
here.
Or
Always
go
here to
to be a
help.
professor.
Yeah, anything, leave us comments if you have any questions, we'll be checking them out. We'll try to answer as best as possible. We'll send you in the right direction. Again, I want to thank you for coming down and sharing again with us. I want to thank the Couch Boys for holding it down today. They're both in the studio, which is awesome. We'd like to see that here. Thank everybody for tuning in today. Thank you for liking, subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, you can now be a channel member if you want to get the episode early, a day early. You can do that now. Also, what's up, Listo?
My bad. Can we put the link to his book on the thing?
Definitely have the links in the description for everything that we've talked about today. Yeah. So I'm sure we'll probably put it in the commercial. We'll see. We'll see if anybody talked over it. We might not make it, but we'll see. But again, then we also have our merch store, so check that out if you want to get yourself a koozie, some stickers, or a T-shirt. You can do that. OG Skate Show. Till next week. Peace out, everybody.